Hi everyone, Michelle here at the Bondurant Community Library. And last night we had our adult craft night, which was faux stained glass poppies. And we had several people on our Zoom for that. And I attempted to stream it to Facebook Live, but we had some technical difficulties, so that didn't work. So I'm creating another video in case you didn't make it last night to our Zoom so that you can complete your project on your own. So first of all, I wanted to go over exactly what was included in your kit. And you should have received a print off of the poppies, a frame. Different ones went in different kits, so yours may look different than that. And then you should have received a black permanent marker and a red paint pen. Those are all that you need. These are 8x10 frames. And like I said, some of you received one that you can actually take the back off and take it apart and take the glass out. But most of you received one that looks like this. I would apologize right now. I did not know that these frames that I purchased did not come apart like the other ones. I had trouble finding some. So this one, if you have this one, you can still use it, but what you're going to need to do is, first of all, you're going to need to decide if you're going to use it in the frame or just take the glass out and complete it and use the glass separately. If you have this one and you want to use it as the frame when you're all done, you're going to have to take this flap off. And you can use a utility knife and just slice that off because you're going to need this back open in order for it to look like stained glass, the light to come through. So if you're going to do it that way, what you're going to do is take out your paper that's included, and then you can just put your poppy on the outside and just tape it to it like this. And then we're going to be working from this side. Okay, does that make sense? So you can take that off and then attach your paper to the outside, and we'll do the work from the inside. That's how that works. Let me show you the sample that I made last night during the Zoom. This is what it looks like. I chose to take my glass out and probably I'll just put it up in my windowsill, but I don't have any, young children in my house or anything. But you could definitely take the glass completely out of this frame. It does pretty much destroy the frame, although you can glue it back together if you want to. But I was thinking you could put like decorative tape around the edges to create a frame if you want, and then protect anyone from the sharp edges of the glass. But this is the viewing side of it, and this is the working side of it. And what I want to show you is how to get it going. Okay, then once you have your decision made and you either want your glass out or you're going to use the frame, I chose to take my glass out, then what you're going to do is take your printout of your poppies and just tape it to the glass to hold it in place, and then turn it over, and this is where you're going to be working. And all you're going to do is take your black permanent marker and start tracing around those lines, and these are going to be like the lead lines of the stained glass, and you just start tracing. And then once you get all around an area, or you can do the whole thing however you want to do it, and get all these lines in here, that adds a lot of depth and detail to the poppies. And also you can always, once this dries, you can go back and make them a little darker if you want to. It's a little bit harder when it's not dried because it tends to just smear it, but you can do that. Okay, so for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to show you a small piece. You're obviously going to want to trace around all your lines. And then when you're all finished doing that, and your black marker has completely dried, you're going to take your red paint pen and start coloring in. This actually isn't quite dry yet, so we're going to wait just a little bit longer. I've actually, on my demonstration one, I actually just made all of the stems pretty much solid. And you can do whatever you would like. Obviously, this is your artwork. Okay. So once you have all of your black lines traced and colored in, and they're dry, like I said, you take your red paint pen and just start coloring in. It really, literally is tracing and coloring. If everything is dry really well, you can actually go over those black lines. I would definitely get as close to those black lines as you can, because you're gonna definitely notice when you get done. When you're putting the red paint pen over the black lines, do not push really hard, because I noticed when I was doing my first one that it will actually scrape off that black marker. So just go lightly over those black lines. And this actually will take you a little while, because I didn't realize this, but I ordered a little bit more of a fine point red paint pen for you. Apologize for that. This one I got at Michael's, and this is actually a Craftsmart water-based multi-surface. So it should work on glass. You can pick this up, and you could also do different colors. I chose the poppies because this way I could give you a black marker and I could give you a red marker. If we did a whole bouquet of different wildflowers or whatever, I couldn't, budget wouldn't allow me to give you all of a whole range of colors, but you certainly can do that. So that's basically it. You're just coloring in the red of the poppy. And let me just show you what, of course you're going to get it all done, but what this looks like when you get it done. Oops, a glare. And yeah, you're just going to keep going. And once again, the finished product from last night's shows you're finished. You can just sit this glass in your window, or like I said, you could reframe it, put some tape around it, make your own little frame around it if you'd like to. When you get it all finished, please feel free to email your finished project to me or post it to our Facebook page. I would really love to see all your finished products. If you have any questions, let me know. We're happy to help.